Is it healthy for me? No. I'm probably taking off a day or two of my life at the end. Hey, welcome back, my friend. This is the Earn Your Title podcast. My name is Danny Dumas, and I'm about to become a hypocrite. On this podcast, multiple times, at least probably once a month, maybe once, a couple times a month, I talk about health and fitness and nutrition and how to just, level up your life, how to have a healthier, better life. And I'm not going to say that I was wrong, but I realized that at some point, the idea of being healthy can take over and become the goal of your life. And the goal of your life is not health. It's the ends that justify the means. So I want you to be healthy. I think it's really important. But being healthy for healthy's sake is not the point. I want you to live a long life so you can experience it with your friends and your family. I want you to live a long life so that when you're 90, you're still up walking around and you're enjoying yourself, and that when it comes time to die, you have one bad day. That's what I want. Health will get you there, but health is not the destination. Today, it made me think a little bit about my health. As some of you know, I teach at a fire academy. And we have basic fire classes and we have advanced fire classes. And today I taught an advanced fire class, and it's called flashover. There's two phases, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is imagine a shipping container, and then there's a small box at the end of the shipping container. And inside that smaller box, it's 36 inches off the floor, and it's about the size of, I think it's 10 by 10, something like that. We put OSB plywood, and we put pallets and paper, and we light it on fire. And then we bring the firefighters in, and these are advanced firefighters. It's usually not cadets. We bring them in, and we show them the fire conditions that cause something called flashover. Flashover kills firefighters every year. What flashover is everything in the room starts heating up, starts off-gassing. That off-gassing is actually fuel. When you see a fire on TV, you see that dark, nasty black smoke, that is... You could call it gasoline. You could call it propane. It is fuel. And when it gets hot enough and it's got the right amount of oxygen, it will auto ignite, and everything in the room gets up to 1128 degrees. That's when carbon monoxide flashes. And when a room flashes, firefighters die. So what we do is we take them into a safe location because we're kind of under the fire room and we're watching into it, and we show them these pre-flashover conditions. And it's really hot. At our level, we're at head level, we're probably at 300 degrees, and you start to sweat. You're getting radiant heat. Like when I get done with these classes, I spend the students are rotating through, and they're up there for maybe at the most 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And usually it's about a minute and a half till they rotate to the back and cool off a little bit and rotate back up. But as an instructor, I'm near the front for 30 or 40 minutes. And it's extremely hot. Someone said, they asked me about it, like, are you worried about, the health consequences of doing these trainings? And I probably do 10 to 12 a year. So I'm probably spending 20 to 30 hours in we call it an IDLH environment, immediately dangerous to life and health. I mean, it's not a simulator. Like, it is flashing above our heads at 1200 degrees. We're below. And I said, yeah, it is concerning. Like it is not the healthiest thing to be in a room filled with smoke. That smoke is absorbed through your skin. Like I had 2 burns today, and so I probably spent an hour and a half inside of pure carcinogens, pure smoke. It just, saturating my body, high heat levels. And like I took a good long shower today, but tomorrow when I take a shower, I'll smell like smoke. We know smoke is a carcinogen. It is not healthy. So why am I doing it? Why do I consistently on once a month from probably January through about June, do I do these trainings? It's because it's important. It's because I like it. It's really cool. I wish everybody could experience the flashover chamber. If you imagine you could have fire in a bucket and you threw the fire out of the bucket and it rolled over your head like a river, like you're underwater watching like waves go past you. That is what a flashover looks like when you're below it, right? If you're in it, you're dying. Being below it, it is so cool. Every time I go in it, I'm just amazed that I get to do it. Is it healthy for me? No. I'm probably taking off a day or two of my life at the end. And I'm okay with that because health is not the goal. Health is the vehicle that will get me to the goal. And the goal is living a long life that I can enjoy. And if that means I live a slightly less longer life, but it's the life I can enjoy because the enjoyment's the good part. I do this job. I do that because I think it's fun. I do flash over because I think I'm making a difference. I think in my life, one of those students is going to be going down the hallway in a legitimate fire, and it's going to be dark, and it's going to be hot, and it's going to be scary, and something's going to happen. One of these pre-flashover indicators, they're going to see it and go, look at the fingers of fire, the dark turbulent smoke, the high heat levels, and then something's going to trigger in their head and go, I had some training, and just before I saw these things, the room's going to light up, and they put the fire out, they vent it, or they leave, and I help them save their own life. That's what life's about, making a difference. You know, lots of people go through life scared. They go through life scared, and maybe they save a bunch of money. They retire at 70 years old, and they've got $10 million in the bank, and they've done nothing but save money. That's not the goal of making money isn't to save all of it. Should you have savings? Absolutely. Should you be responsible and not spend more than you make? Absolutely. But the goal of making money, you're spending your life energy. It's literally what you're doing. When you're making money, to make money, you spend your life energy. Your literal life is being spent when you go to work. Just to make money is ridiculous. Money is a vehicle to let you do things. Maybe it's unbelievably generous giving. Maybe you can make a difference in thousands of people's lives, or hundreds of people's lives, or 10 people's lives by giving. Maybe you can make a difference in your family by exposing them to really amazing experiences like traveling and adventure. And that's the goal. That's the reason. I mean, there's so many things. 10 years ago, I ran a marathon. When I got done, I was not healthier. I could run in a straight line for like 4 hours. I couldn't move left and right. I could barely do any push-ups because I hadn't done them. Looking back, I wasn't healthier after I ran the marathon. And, defining health as the general ability to do what you want when you want to do it. My hips kind of hurt, my back kind of hurt, but I did something hard and it was cool. And I feel like I'm a better person because I did that. What is it in your life that you can just step up and just do it? Not because it's healthy, like ice cream isn't healthy, but what a boring life to go through, never enjoying some ice cream because it's so good. Like ice cream's so good. Now you shouldn't have it every day. You need to deny yourself the second bowl. Say, I don't need it. But the goal is not just to not eat ice cream. The goal is not just to be healthy. The goal is not to just make a lot of money. It's to do something with the benefits of those actions, those decisions you make. So get out there and do something, live dangerously. I did a podcast last week about my sons doing dangerous things and how awesome it was that they did it safely. I want you to go out there and maybe you're not healthy. Maybe you decide I want to be a power lifter. And if you're going to push it, you're going to get PRs, your personal best, personal records, you push it a little bit and that's okay. Now you have responsibilities and, I understand that. But it is okay in life to do things that aren't always 100% safe, 100% healthy. Go do those things. Live a life. The goal is not just health. The goal is to be healthy so that. The goal is to make money so that. So go have a great life. Go do something so that you can do something else and live a big life. You can do this. Maybe you grew up with family. And I know a lot of people whose parents, very paranoid. Depending on how you grew up, like my grandparents, they grew up through the Great Depression. Money was really important to them. And they instilled that into my parents. Flipping light switches off and saving money. Well, saving money is good, but so is spending money on things that are important, like vacations with your family to go see amazing places. So go out, live a great life. Do something amazing. If you like what I'm talking about, if you like these things that I'm sharing, I have a keynote presentation that I would like to give to a group of men. If you happen to be in charge of a group of men, please reach out. My email is danny@dannydumas.com. I would love to get in touch and see how we can make that happen. Thank you for watching this podcast, and I will talk to you later. Bye.